Moser Engineering, the leader in high-performance rear-end components, is proud to be an official sponsor of NHRA. Whether you're a weekend enthusiast or a serious racer, Moser Engineering has the best quality products for your high-horsepower street and race applications. From our line of custom alloy axles and precision fabricated housings to our race-proven performance drag brakes, you can count on Moser Engineering to help you get off the line fast and reliable, and then stop you quick and safely at the top end every time. Standard 2-day turnaround on even custom axles, housings, and center sections. Knowledgeable and friendly technicians. The best quality. Moser Engineering, the only real choice. Visit us on the web at moserengineering.com.
I'll tell you what, while we got a quiet moment, I just got word that we are looking, have a racer in need of a Enderley belt drive pump. And if you happen to have one, he says he's got 2 spares back at the shop. Because we all know that, back at the shop is the best place to keep the spares because, well, you just never know where you might need one. But anyway, we do have a racer in need of a Enderley belt drive pump. If perchance you have one, come see me here in the tower and we'll give you a phone number. You can get in touch with it. So if you have an Enderley belt drive pump, we have a racer in need. Sure would appreciate it.
Tear it down. They're the first to come and the last to leave, working for that minimum wage. They'll set it up in another town. Tonight the people were so fine. They waited there in line. When they got up on their feet, he made the show. And that was sweet. But I can hear the sound of slamming doors and folding chairs. And that's a sound they'll never know. I roll them cases out and lift them amps, haul them trusses down and get them up them ramps. 'Cause when it comes to moving me, you know you guys are the champs. But when that last guitar's been packed away, you know that I still wanna play. So just make sure you got it all set to go before you come from my piano. and wander around backstage till those lights come up and we hear that crowd and we remember why we came. Now we got country and western on the bus, R&B. We got disco, 8-track sync sets in stereo. We got rural scenes and magazines, and we got truckers on CD, and we got Richard Pryor on the video. We got time to think of the ones we love while the miles roll away. The only time that seems too short is the time that we get to play. People, you got the power over what we do. You can sit there and wait, or you can pull us through. Come along, sing the song. You know that you can't go wrong. 'Cause when that morning sun comes beating down, you're gonna wake up in your town. But we'll be scheduled to appear 1,000 miles away from here. People stay just a little bit longer. We wanna play just a little bit longer. The promoter don't mind
Well, as the cleanup continues down track in the Budweiser and the TS Performance sides of the facility here at Beech Bend Raceway Park, do want to let everybody know in the pits while it is quiet, we are looking at will come in for our Spitzer race cars. Top dragster qualifying session, first of two today. Then our Brodix, Steve Schmidt Racing. Top sportsman cars coming in for their first of two sessions today. Comp Eliminator, you will follow, along with Top Alcohol Funny Car and Top Alcohol Dragster Super Comp. You are being shuffled a little bit on the schedule, and you will come up just a little bit later on in the day for your final time run. So bear with us, a little bit of a adjustment in the schedule and run order, as it says at the bottom of every daily race schedule. The most famous words in all of motorsports are, schedule is subject to change. And everybody always thought it was, gentlemen, start your engines. No. So top dragster, top sportsman, Comp Eliminator. Be on notice that we are still looking at getting to you at approximately 11:30. We have our super stock qualifying to finish up. Again, a tip of the cap to everybody. We appreciate your patience as we get the mess cleaned up out on our racing surface. Unfortunately, when we have stuff go down, we got to get it right back up. Or as I like to say, you can make a deposit at the bank. It's a good thing. You make a deposit on our racetrack, it's not so good a thing. And if you're making a deposit on our racetrack, you're probably making a withdrawal from your bank account. So just about to get things wrapped up, starting to see a lot of the equipment rolling off. I see all the grease sweep up. And as soon as we get the final preparation done here on the racetrack, we will get back into our super stock final qualifying session. For those of you listening in via the internet, just be aware that we will be getting to you shortly as we continue on with our final time runs and qualifying. So top dragster, Spitzer Race Cars top dragster, our Brodix and Steve Schmidt Racing top sportsman cars. And our Comp Eliminator field, your scheduled sessions to begin at approximately 11:30 will be as close to that time schedule as possible. Super Comp, you are being moved to a little bit later on in the day. Of course, our Comp Eliminator cars coming up for their first of two qualifying sessions today. Running this year for the Comp Eliminator Leo Tower Bonus Fund. And, of course, a tip of the cap to everybody, all the sponsors involved, Indy Gear, Book Racing Enterprises, T&E Enterprises, Jack's Wax, Bullet Racing Cams, just some of the sponsors to help bring a little extra bonus money to our comp eliminator racers. We'll see the comp cars. Nice field of comp cars here this weekend. They'll be coming up shortly, right behind Top Dragster and Top Sportsman competitors. So just about ready to get back to racing action. So it looks like we're putting a little spray sticky down. Our traction compound going down on the Budweiser side. I'm sure we'll get some down on the TS Performance side of the racetrack as well. So hang in there, just about ready to get back to qualifying and time trial action.
Racing Tire is proud to be a participating major sponsor of the NHRA Lucas Oil Drag Racing Series. Let our performance race tire technology help put you in the winner's circle. When you're looking for an advantage, remember the name Hoosier Racing Tire, because they truly are tires designed for champions. See us in the manufacturer's midway or contact the authorized Hoosier Racing Tire dealer nearest you for product information to accommodate your racing needs. You always get more for your money from Summit Racing Equipment, the official high-performance source of NHRA and proud sponsor of the Summit Racing Series and the Summit Racing Junior Dragster League. You'll find millions of parts from over 1,100 name brands at Summit Racing. Parts for racing, street performance, trucks and off-roading, OE replacement, restoration and resto-mod, tools and shop equipment, paint, gearhead collectibles from genuine hot rod hardware, and ATV, UTV, dirt bike parts and gear from Power Sports Place. Check out Saving Central at summitracing.com and you'll save even more with sales, special offers, and clearance deals. With Summit Racing's fast shipping and world-class customer service and tech advice, you'll get the parts you need when you need them. You get it all from Summit Racing Equipment, the world's speed shop since 1968. Tired of the same old grind? The revolutionary True Start Starter by Mazir Enterprises is the right way to upgrade the starting system on your race car. This superior design includes gear reduction engineered for efficiency, a motor specifically selected for 20 to 50% more power, and larger internal components for longevity. Its compact design is a full pound lighter than comparable starters. For reliable starting power, choose Mazir. Visit our website at www.mazir.com.
Division Director Jay Hellinger out checking out the Budweiser lane and the racing surfaces here at Beech Bend Raceway Park. As soon as we get the official okie dokie, we'll get back into our Super Stock qualifying final session. Super Stock drivers, I will give you a heads up that it appears the 90% of the cleanup has been taken care of. They got the compound going down on the racetrack, and the call's going out to go ahead and get back to your car, guys and gals, and let's get suited up. We will be getting back into racing action here in just a moment or two. All right, call goes out now. We need Spitzer Top Dragster to the staging lanes, please. Spitzer Race Cars, Top Dragster, need you to the staging lanes, please. Top Dragster. As we get ready to roll our final cars in Super Stock final qualifying, we need our Spitzer Race Cars. Top Dragsters to the lanes, please. Up launch, Ryan Wilson out of the gate. Dave Dupps right alongside of him. Starting line's hooking, obviously there for Ryan as he goes down track. 986, 131, just right on the same numbers he ran yesterday. Dupps goes 985 at 136 miles an hour. Working that gorgeous Chevy 2 down the racetrack. And Merrill Scrimshire alongside it is a Chevy 2. 1014, 128 by Scrimshire, 992 and 131 by Myers. Emily Volkman and Mark Howes now. Howes down from Canada. Rothsay, New Brunswick, Canada. Home base for the 68 Dart. Hemi car over here on the right-hand side of the racetrack. 426. Elephant motor taking on the little 283 Mouse. What's the old adage? Elephants are only afraid of mice. Mark is going to kind of drive on away from Emily Volkman's car. Small block mouse motored Chevy too. 863, 152 by House. 1073 by Emily, the Super K automatic hot rod. Here comes Dallas Kelly and Kevin Helms. Helms Factory Super Stock E, the Southland Dodge. That is a V10 Challenger. Yep, same motor you find in the Dodge Viper, the V10, 512 cubic inch, 427, 64 Fairlane for Kelly. Coming down from Ohio. Chip car for Kelly as well. Winds up that 427 Ford, bangs his way through the gears. Stops the timers 912 at 145, 914, buck 46 for Kevin Helms over on the right-hand side. Irvin John's able to get back and up to the line now. The Suburban Heavy Haulers. Chevy Cobalt. Remember, he was on the line. They held him up a little bit against the Pontiac Grand Am that ended up coming across into his lane. Funny how karma works sometimes, isn't it? Bobby Alvey, the GTB Motorsport. GMC Sonoma. He was up for both. Irvin, get back over it. Come on. There you go. Back into the groove. We're working that Chevy Cobalt through to a 972, 134, 1069 at a buck 22 for Bobby Alvey. Warren Burkett up in his Buick, the 350 powered 79 Buick Regal. And TC Morris, TC out of New Haven. Morris Racing, small block, 66 Nova, a Super Stock L automatic entry. 11:54, 114 by Warren, 11:40 for TC. 116 mile an hour lap. David Neal up. Another one of the GT cars. Top dragster. Needs you to lanes, please. Top dragster needs you to the lanes. Joe Teuton. Joseph Teuton, I should say, over here on the right-hand side. 360 Dodge Challenger. Jeff's boy, young Joseph. Wheeling and dealing the Mopar car. David Neal, like I said, the GTB 327 stick shift. Pontiac. Wheels up to Joseph. .10, 131, no improvement. 9 for Joseph, 927. 141 miles an hour by David Neal. Leonard Mattingly pulls in now, the Oldsmobile, and Lee Norton. Wheeling and dealing in the Duster. 360 cubic inch Mopar car. Here on the right-hand side, again, top dragster. Needs you to the lanes, please. Top dragster. Needs you to the lanes. Come on down. Mattingly. GTH automatic. The Olds Achiever. Came out, V6, front-wheel drive car. Now is a 305 cubic inch Pontiac. Underneath the hood and the slick. Mounted on the roof. Nice launch for Lee Norton's Mopar. The RacerTees.com entry. Rocking it back on the wheelie bars. Straight and true off the line to a 1057 at 124. 1025 at 129 by Leonard Mattingly. Craig Sullivan's up next. Top dragster needs you to the lanes, please. Top dragster needs you into the staging lanes, please. Sullivan up his factory GT 352 Mustang. Setting a new record with the car in St. Louis a few weeks back. Rick Barrett out of Tennessee. On the right side, small block Chevy Camaro. Top dragster to the lanes, please. Top dragster, we need you. The staging lanes, please. Top dragster needs you to the lanes. Ricky Pennington getting ready to motor down track alongside Zach Running. Go 11:17, 118 miles an hour, 1073 by Ricky Pennington at 120. Top dragster, we need you to the lanes, please. Hey guys, gals, top dragster, it's your turn. Come on, come on, come on. Jeff Atkinson rolls in now, the Pontiac. Another one of the GTB automatic cars. Up against the big whale, Matt Forbes. Yeah, for real. 283 cubic inch. I'd jump in this car for a taxi ride any day. Give me the other end of the racetrack. Can you do that in a hurry? How about 11.38 seconds? 116 miles an hour. 941 at 140. Of course, I've been in some taxi cabs where the drivers thought they were race car drivers. Did I say that out loud? Jeff Taylor up on the left-hand side, wheeling his Cobalt. And Jeff Dona on the right side. So it's Jeff and Jeff. Hey, Warren, I'll bet you $100 Jeff gets to the finish line first. Dang it. Didn't get any text. Hey, Jay, I'll bet you $100 Jeff gets the finish line first. Jeff. Jeff out of the gate first, and here comes the other Jeff right behind him. Donut at the stripe goes 977. That's a 10th pickup. 966 by Jeff Taylor. Donut now up to the number 31 spot at 82 under the index. Taylor in at 83 under the index as well. Joe Teuton and Ricky Decker. Hemi car, left side, 426, Dart. Ricky Decker, right lane, number 4 in the country last year. Last week at the Northern Sports National. 861, 154 by Teuton. That's a nickel better. 987. Ricky Decker throws his head into the ring now to number 32 spot at 82 under. Slides in right behind Jeff Donner's ride. Here comes Todd France and Doug Fazzolari. Fazzolari out of Houma, Louisiana, driving the GTC. Car formerly had a Hemi motor underneath the hood, now sporting a much smaller power plant of 345 cubic inches. France alongside the Chevy Beretta. Always a tough competitor. He is one of the shootout contestants in our Spitzer Race Car Indy Gear Comp Shootout. We'll see later on today. 975, 134 by Todd. 969 at 135 by Doug. Wendell Howells, another one of our Hemi. Cuda's coming up. Wendell out of Rathsay, New Brunswick, Canada. Making a toe down. Be here this weekend. Dave Depps Jr. at the wheel of the heads-up cylinder heads. Chevy Camaro on the right-hand side. Again, top dragster to lanes, please. Top dragster needs you. And Wendell, second day in a row that he has had trouble with that car on the starting line. Had issues yesterday, did not get it down the racetrack at a very rapid rate. We'll end up doing the exact same thing today. Again, top dragster needs you to the lanes, please. Top dragster needs you. The staging lanes, please. Stan Holt. Ryan Hogg getting ready to come up. Ryan out of Columbus. 67 Camaro, 396 Super E-automatic car. Former junior dragster national champ. Growing up and into the big cars. Stan Holt over on the left-hand side. Look on the side of that little Chevy do. It says Lupe Tortilla Mexican Restaurant. And let me tell you, if you're ever down in the Houston area and you like Mexican food, Houston, I think San Antonio, a couple other places down in Texas, but Houston is the predominant facility, or city, I should say. There are Lupe Tortillas in numerous locations. Stop by. You'll thank me later. So Stan Holt rolls in now, 327, small block, Chevy 2, and a 4-speed. Ryan getting ready to ride his Chevy Camaro down the racetrack. $966. Stan picks up a couple of $986 by Ryan. Stan out 78 under the index, and I do believe that flashed on the screen. Yep, number 38 on the qualifying sheet. With Fred Bingham, one of our Wacky Wagon weekend wonders. Superstock J. Tell you what, we got 267 Chevy 2s, one in stock, one in Superstock. I think I might have narrowed my field down to the Wacky Wagon Wonder winner being one of these two cars. 327 4. Brett Bogus driving the Cavalier over here on the other side. The engine builder rocking and rolling down the racetrack. 944 lap at 139. 1055 by Winfrey. Not going to make my decision. Stocker Nova wagon or Super Stocker Nova wagon? Makes a person say, Tyler Bohannon up. Pontiac Firebird for the runner out of Louisville. Ryan Richardson on the right side. Ryan Richardson working the Strange Engineering Camaro down track. 1023, 117, 1041 by Tyler. 17-year-old in the left lane, 20-year-old on the right-hand side, and folks wonder about the future of NHRA drag race. It is alive and well. The young guns coming up from the junior dragster ranks. Let me tell you, that is something that has absolutely exploded over the last, 20 years. Top dragster getting ready to come up next. Our 6-second, 200-mile-an-hour bracket wonders. Shanna Snyder, our low qualifier, she ran 6:16 yesterday at 228 miles an hour. Let me tell you, when we get into eliminations tomorrow, these rocket ships are flying down the racetrack. Absolutely excellent side-by-side bracket racing. Of course, the super stock, the rest of the fields are great too. See that Warren has got the new side angle camera going, so we're getting some wheels up launches out of the stock and super stock cars. You didn't bother to tell me that until now, just now. I'm going to have to take Warren out back and smack him over the head. Treat him like a red-headed stepchild. If I'd known I could see the front of the cars as they leave by watching the TV screen, I'd have been doing it. All right, first pair up. Top dragster qualifying session number 1 of the day. We'll get 2 in. We'll set our 32-car field. We have so far had 33 cars make a shot at the program. We have a 677 pump, Kathy Fisher. The Armor Code, American Race Cars, Ohio Crankshaft, Borla Exhaust, K&N car over here on the right-hand side. Got one of those Pro Charger centrifugal superchargers hanging off the side. on the big block Chevrolet. Chris Ray out of Louisville rolls in his 632 cubic inch Spitzer chassis machine out of Elite Performance. Neat race car, quick car. Both these cars been down in the good low 6-second range. Kathy's run yesterday a 6:37 lap. Chris Ray a 6:43. Looks like they're just trying to get Chris lined up a little bit better over on the left-hand side, the Budweiser lane here at Beech Bend Raceway Park. Getting the young man dialed in. Kathy over here on the right-hand side. We'll see her come up in a bit. In Super Comp as well. If you're looking for a good Super Comp car to buy, she's got one for sale. Because let me tell you, she has fallen in love with this brand new American Race Cars top dragster entry. Car launched hard and shut off before the half-track mark, 6:58.206 by Chris Ray. And it would have been something wrong with the car because the red light wasn't going to mean anything to her. She knows how to get around that. So the 6:58 doesn't improve on the earlier 6:43 lap that Chris Ray had laid down. So he'll stay in the number 20 spot. Obviously, Kathy's car will be back for the second session later on today. Karma Hopper and Lynn Ellison coming in next. You know you have true friends when they send you messages that say, hey, I'm listening in via the internet on D3 TV, and it's nice to hear your voice. But they finish the text with, thank goodness I don't have to see your face. Don't you just love friends? Karma Hopper left side. Lynn Ellison in the right lane. This guy expects me to bring back coffee from Canada for him. 6:37, 213 miles an hour. There's a 200th of a second improvement for Lynn. Karma goes 6:46.1. That's an improvement as well. Lynn now up to the number 12 spot. Karma sitting 21 as John Deacons rolls up. Chris Carrico over here on the right side. We're out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Wheeling and dealing. Former Super Quick champion, the reigning Division 3 top dragster champion. Spitzer chassis car, big 632 cubic inch combination. And Deacons out of Louisville making a short tow down 65 to be here with us this weekend. So Deacon's left side looking to improve on his 6:43 from yesterday, the quick fuel technology entry. Your reigning champ over here on the right side, 6:50 lap at 2:04. Right now he knows he's down on the bottom portion of the field. Like to get up. You want to be a top half player, you need to get up and run quicker than a 6:39.1. Top half of the show. Don't have to be a top half qualifier. Just got to be in when we call round one to the lanes. 6:45, 2:04. Carrico improves, 6:44. Deacons does not. Christopher going the right direction. Deacons staying consistent. Lindsey Barker now talking about that 6:39 number. That is the split between the quick half and the slower half of the field. Here at our Spitzer Race Cars top dragster category. This is the man that's ran that number yesterday. Out of Illinois, the Peebler Trucking. American Race Cars entry machine over here on the right-hand side. And Lindsey Barker, the Georgia Dentist. Wheeling and dealing the Miller chassis machine there on the left-hand side. .641, no improvement by Al, but he stays relatively consistent to yesterday's 639. Lindsey runs through 626 at 212. Best run of the weekend for Lindsey. Up into the number 6 spot now in the qualifying sheet. Chuck Cheeseman rolling in next. The Cheeseman brothers out of Ohio. That shotgun is burnout. 500 plus cubic inch blown Hemi over there on the left lane. And Mike Trouth out of Alexandria. Mike will be making his first run down the racetrack. Now Mike's sitting inside that gorgeous undercover built car over here on the right hand side of the racetrack. For Dameron's undercover chassis shop down in Florida, building the race car. And for Trouth, it is a 655 cubic inch Mopar. Got any Mopar fans out there? Chrysler, Dodge, Plymouth? Hey, wave at me if you're a Mopar fan. Hey, we got a couple. You guys did good. I asked yesterday if we had any Ford fans out there. Nobody raised an arm. So, hey, at least we know we got some Mopar folks. But Mike Trouth, first run down the racetrack. Looking up at the scoreboard. 677. He knows he's got to run that to get in. He's already looked at the sheet, knows if he wants to be in the top half, he's got to go better than 639.1. So let's see what the pair of Mopars can do. Trouth goes through 698, 206 miles an hour, 646 at 222 by Cheeseman. The 698 by Mike left a little bit to be desired. You can see the car come off the line. Took a chunk at the starting line. Waddled a little bit. Able to get back into it. The good news is Mike got down the racetrack. The bad news is Mike is now your number 33 qualified. That means like, oops, not in the show. And he will have one shot left coming up later on today to do it. Now, talking about being in the show, here's Shanna Snyder. Run on the left-hand side, the vintage trailers machine. Another Spitzer chassis car, this time another blown Hemi. Shanna yesterday came up and went 616 at 228 miles an hour and said, I'll take that number 1. Jim Prevost on the right side. Carpenter by profession, runs out of VRN race car. Jim right now sits in that number 17 spot. If nothing changes, this would be a round 1 matchup. Number 1 running number 17. It would be a handicap race, of course, but it would be a first round matchup. Prevost goes 636, 209. You can hear Shanna in the car. On the throttle till just before the 1,000-foot mark. Shuts it off to a 655 at 168 miles an hour. Now, was that a planned shut off? Or did she notice something not exactly hunky-dory on the gauges in the cockpit? Could she feel something not exactly hunky-dory in the race car underneath her and behind her? That's for them to know and us to question. 6:55 doesn't improve her number one spot. She'll be in the show. She's not going anywhere. But it's a matter now to see if anybody else has got anything out there to step up and take that number one spot away from her. Ed Dudley and Tim Papp roll in. Prevost 636 at 209. I do want to add, moved him up to